Ladies and gentlemen, the police officer that killed Ashli-Babbitt will not be charged. And he shouldn't be. He was doing his job. She was trying to climb into a restricted area and she was killed. So let me just put it to you this way. If Ashli-Babbitt is a hero, then you need to label everybody in this country that was killed unarmed a hero too. She is not a hashtag say her name. She didn't do nothing heroic. She's just like the insurrectionists that are being rounded up and arrested. She committed a crime and she paid with her life and really didn't have to pay with her life. If you go back and listen to the video, they were telling her not to try to climb in there. She ignored everybody and she ended up getting shot. She was trying to go into a restricted area. So I have some audio. This is an article that came out on the Washington Post, February 1st, 2021.
Officer who shot Capitol rioter Ashli-Babbitt shouldn't be charged, investigators advise. Babbitt died after being shot by Capitol police officer on January 6th. By Aruna Viswanatha, Sadie Gurman, and Tonnell D. Hobbs. February 1st, 2021, 9:46 p.m. Eastern Time. Washington investigators have made a preliminary determination that the police officer who shot and killed Ashli-Babbitt during the U.S. Capitol riot shouldn't be charged with any crimes in connection with her death, according to people familiar with the review. Ms. Babbitt, who served for more than a dozen years in the Air Force and Air National Guard and became a passionate supporter of former President Donald Trump, died from being shot by a Capitol police officer after rioters smashed through a door to the Speaker's lobby on January 6th. She had entered the building as part of a crowd aiming to disrupt the certification of President Biden's victory in the 2020 presidential election. The officer who shot her had been placed on leave soon after the riot while Ms. Babbitt's death was being investigated, including on the question of whether it was a violation of her civil rights. The Justice Department said in announcing the investigation that it was following routine procedure for whenever a police officer uses deadly force by having the Washington Metropolitan Police Department examine the shooting. The police investigators have made an initial determination that charges against the officer aren't warranted, the people said, adding that Justice Department officials haven't yet made a final determination on the matter. The U.S. Attorney's Office in Washington is leading the broader investigation into the riot and prosecuting the more than 150 cases that have resulted to date. A Justice Department spokeswoman had no immediate comment. Any final charging decision would likely have to be approved by senior Justice Department leadership, who haven't yet been briefed on the matter. In evaluating such cases, federal prosecutors must establish not only that an officer used excessive force, but also that the officer willfully violated someone's constitutional rights. That high bar makes bringing federal charges against an officer difficult, and legal experts had predicted that any such case in connection with Ms. Babbitt's death was unlikely. A spokeswoman for the Capitol Police declined to comment on what she called an ongoing investigation. A Metropolitan Police spokesman said it would be premature to provide a comment at this time. The death of Ms. Babbitt, a 35-year-old San Diego resident, came as a crowd of rioters gathered at the doorway to the Speaker's lobby in the Capitol building, banging on the glass and urging officers on the scene to step aside, according to multiple videos of the incident. The crowd smashed the glass with a helmet and stick, according to video footage. Seconds later, Ms. Babbitt, who was unarmed, attempted to jump through the shattered glass and was shot by a Capitol police officer from inside the doorway, according to the footage. Multiple videos of the shooting posted on social media showed Ms. Babbitt, who appears to be wearing a Trump flag as a cape, falling from a smashed-out window after being shot by an officer on the other side of a set of double doors. The officer, a lieutenant, was essentially serving as a potential last line of defense between the rioters and members of Congress, thus providing some justification for his actions and falling well short of the standard necessary to charge a police officer with a civil rights violation for a shooting, the people said. That's where he drew the line in the sand, a fellow Capitol police officer said, adding that the lieutenant, whose police powers have been suspended, is expected to return to his previous status, though he is afraid of being retaliated against by Trump supporters. Without question, he should be cleared, a lawyer for the officer, Mark Schammel of the law firm Lowenstein Sandler, said. There's no way to look at the evidence and think he's anything but a hero, he said. Representative Mark Wayne Mullen, R. Oklahoma, who who witnessed the shooting, said in an interview with the Wall Street Journal last month they saw a Capitol Police lieutenant in a defensive position in front of the House lobby's doors. The GOP congressman said he was alarmed because there were still lawmakers and press trapped in the third-floor balcony inside the chamber, overlooking the floor. I believe they were wanting to hurt us, he said of the mob that was banging on the door. My thought was, how are we going to handle this one? Then, Mr. Mullen said, a gunshot rang out. Of course, then everybody got really excited again, he said. But I'll tell you, from my perspective, the lieutenant that did that, I truly feel that he saved some people's lives that day. The officer approached him afterward, distraught, Mr. Mullen said. He said he hugged the officer and told him, listen, you did what you had to do. In the videos, multiple police officers appeared to provide first aid to Ms. Babbitt, who was taken to a hospital and later died of her injuries. The recommendation not to charge the officer who shot Ms. Babbitt is likely to stoke controversy. Some far-right activists have used her death as a rallying cry and referred to her as a martyr for their cause, with her image appearing on protest flags and a Telegram account linked to the far-right group the Proud Boys, calling her a casualty of system aggression.
She was none of them things. Okay, like I said, if you want to prop her up as a hero, then anybody out here that's been shot unarmed should be a hero too. Plain and simple. Where are the Blue Lives Matter and All Lives Matter people? Where are you now? But see, as long as it's us all day and all night getting killed, you got everything to say, got your mouth wide open. But soon as the face start looking like yours, oh, it was wrong. Oh, she's a martyr. Oh, she's a hero. No, she isn't. If she's all of those things, so is everyone out here in society that's been killed unarmed too. They're heroes too. No, don't try that one. Y'all, I don't believe this cop should be punished for doing his job. He did the right thing that day. All she had to do was listen and not try to climb through there. She did it anyway. She paid with her life. But please tell me what you think. You know, all these people are fake, and it just goes to show you they only come out and talk when the unarmed victim is black. When the unarmed person looks just like them, they go completely silent. That says it all. It says how disingenuous these people really truly are. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.